Hello, hello, hello. We are starting our live stream. Today is Saturday, July 11th. It's a pretty late start. I was supposed to start early, but I did not start till just now on the stream. I have been working on the motherboard that we started off yesterday. We did not finish. I'm trying to see what else we can find. We already know what the error codes are. Error codes that are being displayed for this repair. One of them, and let me read off of the actual, because I did copy these error codes. It is see here. I think what happened here? This is for, yep, Isaiah. Guessing I did bad yesterday with not putting in progress for the ticket. Because I cannot seem to locate it. There it is. Well, where did I put my logs at? I copied the logs. I might as well connect UART again because I'm going to do that afterwards. But the logs, I'm not sure which ticket I may have put them in. But I do not have them. Now, I did fix this morning. Spent a good time trying to figure out here regarding my scope. And I was able to get it fixed, y'all. So you guys can actually see what I'm seeing now underneath the actual microscope. So this area here is the area that got impacted with the liquid, which we cleaned all the corrosion. We've already validated our pins here to make sure that they are soldered on. And let me see, grab my tweezers here. Please don't disconnect now. Okay. We did replace the HDMI port, making sure we don't have a bridge over here. We do not. That's just flux. All this is just flux whenever we replaced the HDMI. That is flux. That's a diode, capacitor, resistor. And then we got the 4K capacitor that's over here. And everything's good there. That's the HDMI header. These are the filters. Filters are good. We've already tested these. We've checked the continuity between end to end, and that's good. This is the video encoder, which is a Panasonic MN864739. We soldered a new Panasonic chip, and they are soldered correctly. We also replaced this component here, which is a diode. And we replaced the voltage regulator, which is over here. This area here was also corroded, which is why we replaced that chip. This is the fuse we tested, and that fuse is testing good. So this is one of the areas we were working on. This is the HDMI header, by the way. HDMI here. We check all these components to go through here, and then this area here, and everything to my knowledge here looks good. And again, this is the HDMI, and here you can see signs of whatever was spilt right there. I'm not sure exactly what was spilt, but whatever was spilt, there's still signs of it before I cleaned it. The other end, we did not get any sort of liquid spill on this side, but we did manage, because this is underneath the actual video encoder. We did test these components here as well, which everything looks to be good. I don't see any sort of discoloration any burn marks of any sorts. We also did replace this diode over here as well. This one, just in case, because this one yesterday was giving us some odd values. We replaced it. This here's just burnt flux. Whenever we replaced the HDMI port yesterday, the flux tends to be burnt. So we replaced that. See here, the other area that was impacted was the opposite end of this motherboard, which is this is the area where we're not getting, when we press the power button, we should be getting 1.1 volts here, and we're not. As you can see, we still see a little bit of corrosion there over on this capacitor. That could possibly be it here, because I do see. Let me check that capacitor real quick before we clean it. Before we clean it, let me check the cap. I've got in continuity mode, so I'm gonna put my black probe on ground. This thing's tangled. Okay. Black probe on ground, and then we're going to use our red probe for our multimeter, and we're going to test each end here. It's not short circuit. We are getting 1.5 volts, although there is no voltage being injected to it. In diode mode, values is 1.5. I'm not sure if that is accurate though. Let me test with another motherboard here to see if that should be the case. We use this as an example. If we still have it. See, no, this one doesn't have that capacitor. Let me see if I can go find a motherboard in EDM020. That way we can actually get the same values from it. EDM020. 010 020. I found one. And this one still has the HDMI encoder, which is what I need because I need to get proper readings. Cool. We have yet to remove any components off of this. So we're going to check off of this one here. And the area I'm looking at is back here. So we're going to test. It's this one here. Are we supposed to be getting the value 1.5? Yeah, we're getting the same values here, 1.5. So it's the same values, although it is corroded. It's not giving me values that don't exist. I am going to clean that off real quick. But yeah, same values. Let's just clean that corrosion. Corrosion, by the way, what happens with corrosion if you leave it there, it can eat through components. If you don't clean it off, it can eat through this capacitor over time, and then it'll eventually stop working. So in the event that if we do end up getting it to work, we want to make sure we just clean off that corrosion so that it doesn't eat through the component. Yes, baby boy. Alrighty, so that's one area, and this is the other area. So this area here was completely corroded yesterday. We did replace this regulator here. We replaced these two components, which is a capacitor and a resistor. I did not replace any other component here because everything else looks good. I don't see anything else that needs to be replaced here on the PCB board. Making sure you guys are able to see what I'm seeing. Let me inspect the rest of the board real quick. Making sure I'm not missing anything. What is this? Doesn't look right. Yes, baby boy, that's Puppy. Okay, that's just dirt. It's just dirt, so that's nothing. Let me just check the rest of the board to make sure we don't see anything else. This here area, it's the underneath of the South Bridge chip. This is also a fairly common area that can go bad. No, that's good. Oh. Okay, it's good. I don't see any other area that could have been affected. Of course, again, this is the HDMI area. This is the area where we're getting our standby voltages. We're getting 5 volts, 3.2, 3.3. So we are getting our standby voltages, which is why I'm a bit confused as to what else could be causing this. These are MOSFETs here. Usually you would see some sort of a burnt sign, but I don't see anything being burnt here. And it's not 12 volts. We are getting 12 volts out of this. Those are 12 volts. This area, we also did replace these components. Now this component here, before we replaced it, this half was completely gone. That area was impacted by whatever was built in here. So we did replace both of these components. This is ground, so that's fine if it looks like this. So if I put my ground on here, this side should beep. This side should not. This side should give me 12 volts. So that's good now. These two are good. Yeah, I don't know what else it can be. Now the only thing I'm gonna do right now is actually check to see if there's any sort of liquid metal spill underneath. This is liquid metal, by the way. It does look like potentially that liquid metal did go towards the bottom side. I'm just gonna check underneath here to see if maybe there's some liquid metal in there that could potentially be causing some sort of an issue. I have to pull it out because I have to put this at an angle and see if there's some sort of liquid metal near those solder balls, but no, I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any liquid metal. Not any that went underneath the APU. This is one of the concerns the customer expressed yesterday. He thought maybe some of the liquid metal could have gone underneath the chip, but I don't see any signs of any going underneath there. Alright, we're going to check components again. We're going to cross-reference. Yes. Hang on. Here. Small. Swallow small. That's my boy. You're done? Are you done, baby boy? Okay, you're done. Okay, go put it up. Thank you. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check values here. I'm not sure if maybe one of these resistors, potentially, or capacitors are bad. I don't know, maybe that or that. Because these two, I think I did not replace these two at all. So I've replaced almost everything. That diode, encoder, I replaced that regulator. I didn't replace any of these either. Trying to see what these chips are. I wonder if they're... I did not replace this diode either. It's kind of warm in here. It is warm in here. We check that diode, because that diode potentially could be bad. It is good. If I check it to ground, I'm getting on this side 1.5 and climbing, and this side same 1.5 and climbing. Are we supposed to be getting that? Okay, diode right there. Black probe on the ground. Again, about 2.3, and it starts climbing from that. So I'm getting, and it stops around 2.5 being the value from the bottom. Let's see what this one. It is stopping at around 1.5. That's where it's stopping. So something here is not right. I wonder if this coil is bad. No. Yeah. Something here in this area. Alright, so this one we're done. We're going to replace this one here. I'm going to replace that one, and that one. I'm going to replace these 3 chips real quick, because it's not getting the right voltage. Let me grab... I don't want to use that motherboard, because that one has all components. I'm going to grab another one that we've already taken components from and utilize that instead. And this is an EDM 010 020. Okay, cool. And this one we've already taken parts from. Awesome. And does it have the components I need? It does. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and start removing those and replacing them. So we're going to start by removing them. And then we'll test. We're going to start with this bit coil over here. Alright. We're going to add some regular leaded solder to reduce melting temperature. Alright, now what we're going to do is remove the components we just removed from this one. We're going to add them to the one we just took off. So we're going to start here with this one. We're just going to add all the flux to it though, so we can remove it. I might as well also replace this chip, because that other chip was a different model. So I'm going to replace this chip as well. Although I don't believe that would make a difference. It was just a different model. Okay. And let me put this in a way that I can remove it and solder it back on. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those chips and just move my camera. Okay. Uh-oh. There it is. Yes, baby boy. Go tell mom. Okay, I need to add a little bit more flux to solder this thing in place. Okay, 2 more chips. Okay, and let's solder it on. Okay, and then one last chip. Again, we replaced it yesterday. However, it was a different model, so uh, maybe it's not compatible with this one. So just in case, we're gonna replace this one more time. No, it's just a voltage regulator, so model I don't believe should matter. But we're gonna replace it anyhow. Okay. We're gonna put that one right there, and then grab the one that was the same as the one it had before. Okay. It is out. Now let's solder it on here. I'm gonna melt the solder first to not heat stress the chip. And now we can go ahead and put it on there. Put some flux and then flow it in place. Okay. There you go. Okay. If this doesn't work, I am going to call it there as a no repair, because that's the only area I'm able to potentially pinpoint there being some sort of a difference as far as values. It was around the 200 volts when we were only getting roughly about 1.9, I believe, or so. 1.5, not 1.9, 1.5. We're going to go ahead and clean our flux, all the mess we made. I'm going to go ahead and clean it off. Alrighty. Let's test, y'all. We're going to go ahead and test. Moment of truth, because honestly, we've replaced almost all of the HDMI components. I don't know what else it can be from here. So we're just going to test real quick. We are going to solder the UART tool so we can grab logs. Okay, let me solder my tool here. Okay.
And with this power supply, what do you want me to do with it?
Is it bad?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, trash. It's blown. That one's blown. I don't want to use parts from a blown power supply.
Yeah, I know, but I thought you said that you do something with these.
So if it's just, if it would have been just a, you know what? Just put it inside that thing. We could probably still use some components, maybe. All right, let me see here if my UART is going to detect this. Log is empty. Well, of course it's empty because there's no power.
Incoming call.
Well, now we have no power coming in. Or not no power, but no beeps. I unplugged my UART tool real quick. Is my power cable plugged in? Yep, it is. Now we get nothing. Okay. Let me check my work real quick, make sure we solder those components properly. Oh, which I feel we did, but I don't know, baby boy. Nope, I do not. Nope, I do not. Okay, I see here. These pins. Maybe I did not solder them on correctly. I think they're floating. Yeah, that's all one pad though, so I think that would be fine. Nevertheless, I'm gonna resolder them right now. These are soldered on correctly. The only thing I'm seeing here is potentially is these pins here for this component. Let me solder those down. Make sure it's making proper contact. For that, I'm just going to add more flux, put some in there as well. And then we're going to press it down as we heat it up. It keeps going right under the chip. Let me clean this one first, and then I'll do the other one. Okay? Because what happens is it keeps going underneath the chip. As I heat one, then the other. Okay? Alrighty. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is the reason, but we're going to see. If not, I can always put the same chips we pulled off of this thing. And as a matter of fact, let me check voltage. It's still kind of warm, so it's going to be different actually. But we'll have to wait for it to cool off. Yeah, it's really hot. All right, we're gonna give it a little bit. Let's let this thing cool off real quick, because that also could have been a reason why it didn't power on. You know, I'm just gonna look to see if I see anything else. Which I don't see nothing.
Incoming call.
Not seeing anything. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, what issue are you troubleshooting? It's no power. I had liquid damage. Sorry about that, May. I'm just now seeing the your message. Kevin says, Kevin Torres, hey, how much you charge? How much to change HDMI port PlayStation 5? We charge $150 for PlayStation 5 HDMI port repairs. Cell Doctor Plus, what's wrong? It's a no power. No power due to liquid damage. It came in as a beep. Beep on, beep off. It would just beep. Actually, it wasn't even beep on, beep off. It was just a straight up beep. Just beep, nothing else. At Kevin Torres, 150, same day, if not. Okay, cool. Kevin answered that. Cell Doctor Plus. Initially placed it while I was not turning on, but only beeped. Yep, exactly what they're saying. Alright, that should have cooled off enough for us to test. Sure did. Let's go ahead and test real quick. One of the things I do want to validate before we do that, let me check to see if voltage even changed compared to what I was getting before. On this end, before we were getting about 1.5 max. It will not go past that. Now we're getting past that actually, which is good. It's actually 2.3 right now. So it went past the values we were getting before. Before it would not go past 1.5.
Did it power on?
Nope.
Can you check the connecting wires? He said initially they did look kind of funky in the beginning.
What connecting wires?
Like these, by the power button. To make sure they're good.
Yeah, we could actually try one of our own power buttons. Make sure it's not his power button. Where is my power button?
We got one here.
Huh?
We got one in the bag if you want.
One back there?
Wait, yeah, somewhere around here. About the ports that we got?
Talking about one of those baggies?
Yeah.
I had one though.
Big power supplies in the wet corner.
Yeah, I need. Oh, here it is.
Done?
No. It's missing the ribbon cable.
This has the board.
I should have one somewhere around there.
This is all the other ones. That's the.
Yeah, that's not it. I'll look. Appreciate you.
You want to move this? Somewhere else?
The optical drive, yes, over there.
And the shell?
And the shell that goes with it. I don't think it's going to be here. What did we do with those baggies? Did we ever get them in here?
For sure we did. We shoved them all in there. 'Cause we have all the other ones that we got from the splice in there.
I don't think we did.
Well, this shell is good.
Huh?
This white shell.
It goes with the optical drive.
Oh, okay.
No, not over there. Over here.
Over here?
That one's a brand new one. We just don't have the box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I found one.
That one?
Yep. So we're gonna use our power button. If it was the power button, it wouldn't be beeping, which is why I'm not assuming that it is. And it looks good. It doesn't look that bad. But we'll try a different power button. Let's press the power, put the power supply. Oh, I'm pressing the power button on the console. Just get a beep, that's it. Just a faint beep.
So it is a little ribbon capability?
It's going to end up being potentially a dead AP, to be honest, in my opinion, because let me pull the logs again. Oh, I just burnt myself. Okay. We got that plugged in. See if we can pull logs.
Incoming call.
All right, we got the error codes. Let's go ahead and display those on our, if we can. I think it's our test bench. If our PC decides to display, maybe. No. It's okay. I think I messed. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I think I messed with my camera, my scope camera that is, and I don't want to mess with that. Let's just add which software you use for read codes. I'll copy the link right now. Let me show you real quick. I got the link yesterday actually from, I guess you could say colleague. And I'm gonna show it from the beginning. That way you see how it works. Let me add the source. There it is. So this is what we're using. And I'm gonna copy this link, put it in the chat. You can grab it. But that's the link for the UART. It's an online source. So you don't have to download anything. But you go here, you connect, make sure you connect your UART. If you don't know how to do it, it shows you right here up at on the right side, based on the motherboard, how you're supposed to connect your UARTs. And of course you utilize, let me add here my camera. That way you guys can also see me. Okay. I'm adding my camera here. That way you can also see what I'm showing here. So, and I think it's going. Do that. Sorry, I'm trying to make it fit here. Okay. So this here, it's a UART. It's a UART tool, which I have several of these. I think I need to put these on my website to sell as well. Some people have asked me how exactly do you get this ready. What I can do is probably just buy the wires, get the board, and start selling them online. It's a UART tool. It's basically what it is. So these little boards here, you go in there and then you press connect. So long as you have COM port enabled, you should be able to connect to some sort of COM port. Connect to that. It shows up at the top. It says connected. Now you press read all errors and error read all errors, and it pulls all the errors that you've had since the last time you've actually cleared it. It still keeps giving me the same here. HDMI IC problem or data line short circuit for failure. Oh, same thing here. Check all standby voltages, which we did. Same thing here with regards to HDMI. Check all standby voltages, and we've done that already. We've already checked all standby voltages and replaced almost every single component in the HDMI short circuit area. So I am unsure as to what else it can be with this one. Honestly, I am not. This one has me, I will say this, stumped. So I'm going to press y'all on a brief hold. Not sure exactly how the customer wants us to proceed with this, but at this point, this is where I would call this one as being non-repairable. The only amount we would charge would be a repair attempt fee / diagnostics, which is $50. Although we spent quite a bit of time yesterday and today trying to resolve this one, but this one is just, it's one of those things where it's not giving you any signs of where the issue is at. Because if I had something telling me this is where the issue lies, then I can go from there. But I'm not getting anything besides the error codes I'm seeing. But the HDMI, everything's been changed in the HDMI header, except for like the filters. But HDMI was replaced, video encoder, several other chips, voltage regulator, multiple capacitors, resistors, the diodes. Various components were already replaced on the HDMI, and that was due to it being this was liquid damage, by the way, so those components that were replaced had been corroded due to the liquid damage. So that's the reason why we replaced those. So yeah, I don't know what else it can be with this one. I'll give it one last sift through. As far as the fuses, I'm going to check every single fuse real quick, just to make sure I didn't forget to check one of them. I'm going to check them all real quick, just to make sure that we're not missing any. And then if we're not, I'm going to speak with the customer, and then we'll go from there. But that'll be the last check I'm going to do. Because it also says this general check standby voltages. So I'm going to check fuses real quick. One last time. Putting our multimeter in continuity mode. And we're going to start here at the bottom. Underneath the chip the area we were just working on. We got fuse 7501 here. Can you guys see? Okay, okay, F7501. We're supposed to have continuity. It's supposed to beat me, and it is, so that's good. Got F3501. We got continuity, which is good. 3502. Okay, that is good. Let's see, where else do we have another one? We got another one here. Now this one is common to go out, but it's good. We got another one here. This one's also common to go out, but it's good. Then we have two here. Now these have nothing to do with the power rail. This is usually for this. If your optical drive stops working and you've already checked the optical drive and still isn't working, check these fuses here. F7502 or F7501. These should be good. because this have nothing to do with the power. See here, what other one? And we got another one here, which is the area we just got through working on. This fuse. It's beeping, which is good. And I think there's probably one more on this other side. See if I can find it here, right there. And this is for motherboard EDM020, right there. This area here, that's the last fuse, and that fuse is good. So, as far as voltage rails, I've already checked those yesterday, and those voltage rails were all basically there. We had 12 volts, 5 volts, 3.3, 3.2, 1.8. Again, the only one that was missing was 1.1, but there's not a way of me knowing. Yes, baby boy. Go sit down on the stroller. I'll be right there in a little bit, okay? So let me go ahead and talk to the customer real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Mute the microphone here.
Careful. I gotta sit down. Go show Ruby and William.
Incoming call.
Come here for this car. here. Come here. Come on. Keep right. You want to draw?
Yes.
And then come over here. Yes. Come on. Here. Don't spin. Here. Look, you hold the pen like this. Look. Put it like this. No? Where you at?
Huh? I'm at hard drive.
What's the name?
We don't do iMac hard drive for passwords.
Why do you keep kicking?
All right, y'all. We are back.
With customer.
We're just gonna put it back together. He's just gonna pay a repair tent fee / diagnostics. I don't know if he's gonna send it off to someone else potentially that has a more extensive, I guess, knowledge than us, but nevertheless, we'll put it back together. I've done everything I personally could do. I'm gonna clean off this liquid metal though. I don't want this liquid metal being all over the place. Yeah, it's a baby boy. I cannot draw nothing right now because Papi is working, but you can go ask Ruby to draw stuff for you. Ruby knows how to draw. Go ask Ruby. I can draw something for you, but when we get home. Okay? Hello, hello, hello. Let me see here. Don't buy the dust? What do you mean? Is the Wi-Fi okay? Wi-Fi's fine. It's not the Wi-Fi. We already checked underneath the Wi-Fi. Those capacitors were good. Southbridge is fine as well. Those checks we did yesterday, F35 numbers, I've already checked those, all the fuses. Hey, how much does it cost to do some maintenance on a PlayStation 5? My PlayStation 5 randomly turns off or overheats, what would be the issue to that? You just said it. It needs a cleaning. As far as cleaning services, we do offer them. So long as the console is not bug infested, we charge $120, which includes reapplying the liquid metal. So the liquid metal usually is what would cause it to shut down after some time. What happens is it creates a dry spot in the middle of the APU, especially when it's standing up. Creates a dry spot, and over time, it'll start shutting down. It'll probably start within like an hour of gameplay, and 45 minutes, and also depends on the type of game. If the game is graphic intensive, it gets hot even more, and then it'll cause some sort of to where it shuts down. Go ask Mom. Go ask Mom, baby boy. So liquid damage devices, those are the type of devices we usually don't like taking, because whenever something gets liquid damage, honestly, it could be just about anything that causes the board to stop working. In this case, the customer, I don't believe he even knew that it was liquid damaged. It's kind of warm in here. Yeah. I'm like hot, sweating. I'm about to turn on my little fan I got over there.
Go do this with Ruby. Where's Ruby? Come on.
Alrighty. After this, I'm not sure what other repair we got, but we got several other repairs I believe we still got to take care of. We got a Pico mod installation. We got a drift issue on a PlayStation 4 Edge. Not PlayStation 4 Edge. It's a PlayStation 4 SCUF controller. That'll probably be my next repair, to be honest. There was another one that came in yesterday that was a pretty bad blown power supply, but my employee already took care of it, so I will not be streaming that one, unfortunately. And no, it's fine. We don't want to hold the customer up just because I want to stream it. If it's there, it's there. Work it. It needs to be worked anyways. We don't want the customer waiting. We did replace the case on that one, by the way.
I did throw it away. I want the case. Take a photo of the case or no? Let's see if it's out there.
We didn't charge for the case, but we replaced it so that it doesn't look. Tell Blanca I don't want her closing the door.
Why?
I don't want the door closed.
So they don't hear you.
I don't want the door closed.
Yeah, but you're gonna have an echo.
That's fine. I'm okay with having an echo. Lower the volume down. Don't put the volume on. Alrighty. There we go. They're doing before and after, especially something like that where uh, it's like, yeah, we need to keep like, how do I say this? Better records, not records, but show proof of what's been repaired through the shop and post it on the socials and stuff. Oh shit! Excuse my language, y'all. I just pinched my finger. Man, this morning, big trash was coming by. And I've got some boxes in the back from old inventory that I was going to sell, but it got nasty, so I'm just going to throw it away. Like cell phone cases and stuff. When I went to go get that box, I didn't know there was a beehive of wasps on the side of it. So when I grabbed it, bees stung me all over my hand, right there and right there. And I threw it and I just left it there. I didn't even touch it. Man. They stung the heck out of me. I gotta tell you, bee stings, especially from a wasp, they suck. It doesn't hurt now. It hurt then, but it doesn't hurt now.
Well, if you touch it too much, does it like end up stinging a bit?
Huh?
If you touch it too much, does it sting a little bit?
No, I sucked it. So whatever. If they left the stinger there, I just sucked it up with my, my mouth. I don't know if it's the same between a wasp and a regular bee, but yeah, I just sucked it up. Okay. I need the stickers. Where are they at? There they are. They're like it's never been opened. It'll look like it's never been opened. All right. What I do with the thing that was here? I had it just a few minutes ago. I just seen it.
What are you doing, Isaiah?
Oh, here it is. Just gonna give it a quick wipe down. Yeah, it's not fixed, but still give it a quick wipe down. Remove any dirtiness we may have left behind. Alright, let me go ahead and close out the ticket. It's non-repairable. And I need to copy the codes and put them in the ticket. Extend my voltage rails. Alrighty.
Sadly.
I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Next week on Friday I'll be back, and I'm just gonna. Y'all take PS4 Pros by chance? Like just for parts if somebody need them?
We do take PlayStation 4 Pros for parts.
I'm about to say, yeah, I got one in my trunk right now. Whenever I bring this one back, 'cause I'm getting a Pro next week. Since you painted this, I'll just bring them both together.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right, we do have several repairs actually in queue, but I do need to get some of the ones that were dropped off previously before I get to those HDMI ports. So we're going to start with this one here. It's a scuff controller. It's a drift on the left analog stick, I believe. We also do have a Pico mod, but that one can actually wait till Monday. I'll get that one done because that one requires a bit more time. This one, however, scuff controller. Yes, we do work on drift issues. We try not to spend too much time on them. And I believe, and I don't remember, I think it was this one, right? It was the left that was just skyrocketing. Because I did test it yesterday, but I could not remember. Yeah, it's busy. Let's go ahead and just knock out all of these repairs out, man. I'm a bit thirsty, so let me get me some water. I need some agua. Agua or Gatorade, if we got Gatorade. We got one Gatorade left. I'm going to leave that one for my kid because he likes it. You okay? You want to sit down? You want to sit down, my baby boy? I'll open it for you later on today, okay? Not right now. Later today. Sit down. So I can put the quilt on for you. There you go. Can I get a kiss? I love you, kitties. All right.
Did you ever use the new tool that you got for the controller?
Yes, I did. Man, I love it. I put it on. It's a lot faster than that thing, I'll tell you that. I put it on. I think it was live when I did it. No, I did a video on it, which I need to edit and post. But as soon as you put it on, if it's facing down, that joystick just fell.
Oh, wow.
And then as soon as it falls, you just grab the other one, put it in, and then remove it, let the solder solidify, and you're done.
Incoming call.
Dang. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I think I don't mind making those type of investments because it makes it faster for us. That type of investment I don't mind making. Something that's gonna return on investments, it's greater than the cost that it requires to spend on. That thing, I regret buying it. I regret buying that thing. Because it was $200. I used it maybe once. And then you tried using it and solder was stuck in it. So he spent, I'm not sure how much time trying to figure out.
Wow. To figure that thing out.
And then afterwards, I bought some, put a new one on, and apparently it got stuck again. So it's one of those things where that was a bad investment. I was happy about it at first, but then afterwards I was not. What happened?
Yeah, buy gaming PCs on itself.
How to repair power ICs for PlayStation 5. What do you mean how to repair power ICs? A power IC we don't repair. How to repair? Are you referencing how to repair a power issue on a PlayStation 5? It literally all varies based on what ends up being the problem. To be honest, some issue on power on the power side can be easier than others. Can it be repaired? I'm not sure what you mean by power IC though, because power IC it's a chip, so those can be replaced. Yo, what's up, Melfred or Melf? Ephriham Ave 6. Y'all buy gaming PCs? I want to sell mine to get a PlayStation 5 for GTA 6. You want to sell your You want to sell your gaming PC for PS5? We do buy them. It just depends on how old the technology is. If the technology on it is old, we probably would not be interested in it. If it's too old, we would not be interested in it. So red bottom. On the right side, red bottom. I'm memorizing the color orientation of where they're put in. So red bottom here, red top. Red bottom, red top. Red bottom left. Red top right. Watch, I won't remember.
You talking about the rumble wire?
Yeah,
Aren't they always in the same order? Or that's
that's the Xbox.
Xbox.
Xbox is always the same. PlayStation 5s usually have an R.
Were these screws for
For
that
red?
one, or
Yes, they are.
Has an R.
R. They're usually labeled, but this board, for whatever reason,
Doesn't have it.
does not have a label on it.
The PlayStation 4, no?
This is PlayStation 4, yeah. It does not have an R.
Usually red bottom, black.
So this is red bottom, right, red top, left. So that's I memorized it now. All right, so this one here kept going that way. We're just gonna replace the entire analog stick, and we're gonna use the new tool. We're gonna use the new tool and the new stand. I want to find a reason to use this. Got liquid metal all over my workbench. Huh? That is not good. All right. We got that there, and then I need to orientate this in a way that I can put the thing, pull it, and put the new one on. I think this would be a good orientation, in my opinion. So we're gonna leave it like that, and hopefully it stays like that, and it doesn't move. So I'm gonna put the solder thing just like that. Boom, push this out, and put the new one on. Huh? Well, it falls off if you have it facing down. In this scenario, I'm gonna have to bring it up because whenever it's facing down, I can't see that. My problem was I was struggling putting the pins, like here.
Yeah.
I'm able to try to direct at least these two pins to go in the hole.
Yeah.
When I had it down, I kept trying to guess where's the holes. So yeah, that's trying to find a good angle to be able to do this.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this again. We're heating up our thing. It does take a bit longer to get hot, by the way, because it's a thick. This thing is very thick, so it takes a lot more time for it to get hot. Takes a lot more time to get hot. I got the other ones up there. Blanca will be probably the first one to use it. All right, so I'm looking at the orientation. All right, waiting for this thing to beep. And it takes a lot longer, I'm telling you, because this thing needs to get hot. Eric Caballero, went to your store last week. Such a wonderful experience, man. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that, Eric. Thank you very much, actually. Alright, it just beeped. Let's go ahead and well, this one is a bit, it is hot. Alright, it's out. And then let's put the new one in there. See that? I took it off, put the new one on. It's done. It is done. I'm not sure what's going on here. I was trying to clean it and it started beeping. There it is. Alright, put that there. I'm going to make sure that this actually soldered on correctly. I may end up having to retouch some components, possibly. Let's take a look. Huh? I need to reconfigure it. It's not all the way in the, well, it is and it isn't. It looks like some of the plastic parts, and that's the downside, is some of the plastic parts from this one. What? No, they're there.
I think you just had to clean it before.
Incoming call.
I don't know. It's actually soldered on though. It's soldered on. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm seeing here. But what I'm looking for is the plastic. Make sure it's touching, and it is. Plastic over here, as you can see, it's touching all the way. Pins went through. I just need to retouch some of these pins real quick, especially this one here. I have to retouch those pins, but otherwise it was a pretty quick swap. Swap in, swap out. I loved it. Huh? It did not take very long. Yeah, it did not take very long, and this repair is basically done. I just need to retin this pin. Of course, this is the first one we're testing, so. But yeah, it took less than 5 minutes. These type of investments, I do not mind doing. Okay. Done, done, done. Let's grab our Chemtech wipe and our brush. Clean up this mess we made. Yes, baby boy, that's Poppy. We are doing repairs. Isaiah. Isaiah. Awesome. The only one I do not like the way it looks is this one. There it is. Looks a lot better. Otherwise, this looks gorgeous. Pins are all soldered on. We got the new port in, and we're about to calibrate it right now. Oh, you drop it, Isaiah?
Yes.
Can you go with Ruby, please? Or can you go sit down in your stroller and watch your show? You want to eat your sandwich? Go ask Ruby to give it for you. Go ask Ruby to give it to you. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot to change my scene here. Putting this back together now. Okay. We solder these two wires. Bless you. Right. I believe it was right bottom, left top. Yes. Right bottom, left top. Right bottom, left top. Right bottom, left top. So black. Rumble motor would go to the top. Okay.
It is 7-Eleven.
Who's left at 7-Eleven? Okay.
SCUF controllers are a tad bit more complicated or complex in the sense that they have all this extra wiring that I personally hate.
All that for extra paddles.
All this for extra rear paddles that sometimes don't even get used. Okay. I only say that because I have an Elite controller with rear paddles in the back.
You don't use it.
I don't even use them. I think the only game I ever used them was PUBG. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. That was the only game I ever used the rear paddles. The rear paddles to be able to. As soon as you use your ammo, you right away push to reload.
You don't play claw?
Who?
Claw?
Who?
Claw. Play claw.
I do not play claw. You mean like the way you hold the controller?
Yeah.
Nope. When you said claw, I have no idea. I thought you meant the game of sorts. No, I do not play claw. All right. This controller is done. Let's go ahead and test it. Calibrate it.
Are you gonna go to your chair, Azia? Is it? Excuse me.
Wait a second. Controller. Just move your chair.
I got the coat.
Alrighty. We're just calibrating the, because after replacing it, which is this one here, before it was just going straight to the very left. It would not go to the center at all. So we just have to calibrate it real quick. Do a quick calibration here. Make sure center. And then we do a range as well. So you can see the bottom is not going all the way. So we do the range, save it, and do the center again. And then we do the range one more time. And now the range is fully all the way through. Save. And you can see no stick drift, and it goes straight to the center. What? Yes. We don't want him to choke. It's I don't know. It feels weird. I feel like it's lagging a little bit. It does not feel right to me. Let's see, maybe some flux went in there. I didn't feel like I used up a lot of flux. I thought there was something loose, but no. I feel like there's some sort of tension there. There's no tension anymore. I guess I probably put that screw a little bit too tight.
Did it work?
It did, but there was some tension here. I think the screw that I put on there,
Too tight.
it's too tight, and it's a custom shell. I guess it presses down on the
Oh.
analog, and it causes tension. Huh. Who would have known that?
Custom shells are funky.
I see that. I see that custom shells definitely are funky.
You get an original Xbox. Oh yeah, that Lexus Santana. Blanca told me that the fan wasn't spinning.
What Lexus antenna?
Huh?
Who? Who's Lexus antenna?
Um,
The
the
power supply?
the Wi-Fi one. The bug infested Wi-Fi. The one you did.
Uh huh.
He's saying that his fan isn't spinning. And I did check whenever she brought it in. The fan is connected.
The fan was connected.
So, but I'm just saying because it's on warranty. I don't know why.
They brought it in right now.
Like I'd say around 30 to 40 minutes ago.
Today?
Uh-huh.
When you say you checked, I mean you already opened it up in your.
No, I just opened the plate and checked because it didn't have the. I just checked if the fan was connected. Because she told me that.
And if it's not spinning, it's gonna be the South Bridge.
You already lost. You gotta play me next week.
Nope.
Too bad.
Well, Wonka said if I beat Ruby, then I have to beat you.
Well, you lost to me, so
Then I have to beat you again.
how you gonna beat me? How you gonna beat me again if you didn't beat me?
I don't know. I'm just gonna win.
Go nice now.
All right, let me put the screws on and let's see. See, anytime I squeeze this thing, I don't like the way it's. So this, you see how this one?
Oh shit. Sorry. That shit's
See that?
Mm-hmm.
Just goes back. This one just. It's like a different.
Snapback. I'm pretty sure it's because you switched to analogs.
Well, I did. I switched to analogs.
That's why I'm guessing why.
It still goes back. It's not.
It's just a snapback is really bad on it. Yo, I pray this doesn't have bugs.
Does it smell like it does?
It stinks.
Huh?
Isaiah's breath smells like peanut butter.
He's eating a sandwich.
You already ate it.
You should open it and make sure it doesn't have any bugs before any come out, if it does have any.
Alright, turns on, but it doesn't.
It's working.
Good now?
It's working, but it doesn't do that snapback you were referencing.
I do the other one? Did I do it sideways? You gotta do it fast. It usually does it, yeah. Kinda like bounces. You see it?
This one does not. This was just centers.
Yeah. So that means it's just analog is worn out. That's what happens to the old controllers.
All right. Well, this one's done. Oh, it's just acting a bit different, but it's done. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Rosales Super Tags, do you have Xbox S or newer? Like in stock? Do we have any consoles in stock? I believe we have an Xbox One S right now. It's the Storm Gray version. We got it for $160. Anything newer, I do not have. I do not have in stock at the moment. But yeah, we got one. We got several in the back we still need to work on. We need to get some inventory ready, to be honest. We need to get some inventory ready.
We gotta get some Xbox Series, huh?
Hmm?
We need to get some Xbox Series up in here.
Yeah.
It smells bad, but I don't see.
Could you mod a 3DS? In what way? And yes, we can. We do offer 3DS mods. I think I need to update, honestly, the type of service we offer, because that's not... I don't think it's in the options, potentially. I'm going to have to look to see if we have it. I don't remember. Alright, next is this Oculus Quest 3 controller. We need to replace the joystick. Joystick on this one, they brought in for drift issues. So we're going to go ahead and open this up for drift issues. What I'm doing right there, I'm using 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is low temperature. I am getting the adhesive to loosen up so that I can lift this sticker that's over here to be able to remove a couple of screws that we have underneath this thing. Okay, we got 4 screws here. We got one right there, one there, one right there, and then that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 screws. 4 screws that we need to remove. Where is my other driver? Need to put this up. Yes, the fruit's right there. That was actually pretty good. You may end up having to warm it up though.
Magnolia's a new food truck that stopped.
Magnolias. It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I got you a gordita and 2 burritos. No, they didn't have a lot.
Huh?
They didn't have a lot of stuff.
I'm talking about like the
Oh,
A lot of stuff.
I thought you were talking about the food truck. They only had like 3 options. They had tacos, 4 options.
4 options. Tacos.
They had tacos, burritos, gorditas. There was one other option. I can't remember what it was. No, that's what I asked for. They didn't have it. That's what I asked. She said, no, no tenemos tortas. I'm like, okay.
So, like, if you're gonna have burritos, tacos, and that.
You might as well have a torta.
Yeah.
Where is this?
It looks like a house, dude.
Oh man, these kids.
I'm not gonna take your phone.
The stench is really bad compared to all the little.
Huh?
The stench is really bad.
On that one?
Huh?
On that one?
Yeah. So there's like
There's,
bugs
I
everywhere.
was gonna say there's masks.
That's fine. I just
Shh.
I'm just saying, like, compared to like the ones that we get, they're like really bug infested.
Mm-hmm.
The stench of this one is really bad compared to those.
Mm.
William, where's my drink? Stay in the room. Be good now.
This, all it has is some sort of adhesive that's holding this thing in place. And it's making it difficult for me to remove right now. It should have removed already. Unless this one opens up differently than the ones I'm used to. Let's see.
I don't know.
No, it does not. It's adhesive. It's holding it in place. Literally. There it is. Literally just adhesive. Adhesive is the only thing that holds this thing in place. You know, and I was having difficulties getting it removed. With Oculus Quest 2, usually it has a little thing going around on here. And you'd also have to remove that, but in this case we don't. There's screws on here. We got to remove those screws. Screw. So what I tend to do is I create myself like a little layout, and the way that I remove them. So if I do the tops, I'll make sure I put the tops at the top. And put them in that orientation. And anyone below that, then I just put them below it. That's usually how I remember where these screws go. In the event that they're different sizes and stuff. I don't see no other screws on here. So now this portion here should allow me to take off. Do we have any other screws? No. There it is. It's in between here, so I gotta be careful because it's being held down. There's something here holding it down, so I am going to gently, if we can, pry and pull. There it is. So this usually goes in between there, which is why it's held down. But we got it. Got it out now. What we got to do, there's a ribbon cable right in there that holds, I believe it's one of the triggers or something down. Got to remove it so we can get this up. It's the ribbon cable is right. Let me see if I can show you under the camera. The ribbon cable is right over there. You just have to be very, 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 very cautious getting that ribbon cable removed. So usually I just put my tweezer in there, unlock that, and then gently move that. And now we should be able to move this, remove that to the top, and we can put that aside. Now that we've got this removed, we should be able to remove or replace this analog stick that is actually broken. To do that, we turn it around. There's a few more screws here. Remove those. Remove this stick. Put the new stick in there. B, C, D, E, F, G.
I just realized what he did. I just realized what he did.
What?
I thought he was talking to him. Did you see what he did?
No.
He said, hey, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You said A, I said B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. All right, and it's out. It is out. All right, we got it out. Let's grab our new one. Okay, we got our new one here. Got the old one. We got to remove this little metal shield here with the little spring off of this. Throw that shit outside, or throw that analog stick aside. Put the new one on here, and then route it. Let's go ahead and drop it in there. Now, one of the things you got to do is got to make sure that analog stick actually goes inside the joystick. Well, board came out, might as well. Let's take it out and let's put the screws back in.
Incoming call.
Okay. Believe. Oh. I don't like that. Oh, that just fell off. I see something here. Is there something holding this thing in place? It sure is. It's not going all the way in. Let me see if there's a difference between this analog and the one we just took off. Because it's not going in all the way. Let me move that piece. They're very identical. They are identical. One difference I saw is this middle piece is not bent all the way on this one. That is the only thing I saw. Hmm. Even with the one we just took off, somehow it's not. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? I'm not sure what I'm missing here, y'all. I did a couple of them yesterday. I had no problems, but this one is one of those things where I feel like this analog stick is not fitting. I guess that's how it goes. When I do that though, the side it drops.
Okay, no more. Stay here, okay, Zoo? Okay. There you go. Oh, you want Gatorade? Okay, I'll go get it. William. William. If you put another photo of me on your tablet, I'm gonna find an embarrassing photo of you and put it on mine. Oh no, I'm going to be even more embarrassed. No, Ruby.
Hmm.
Oh, and then guess what I'm gonna do, William? I'm
Need
gonna
some
show
water?
all my friends.
I'll show you guys exactly what I'm working with real quick. So what I'm working with real quick, just so you guys can see, is we're replacing this analog stick here. This analog stick is supposed to have 2 screws, one there, one there. However, if you can see here, it's not sitting all the way to the bottom. Actually, it is, but if it's sitting all the way to the bottom, this here does not match with.
Nope, stay back, William.
When I do that, this here, it touches there. Yes.
We both tried.
Try to get it on YouTube.
My hand's red.
Did you fix it?
Well, it wasn't even that tight.
Fix it? Did you
For
fix it?
Isaiah.
No.
Puppy, could you fix it?
Nope. You haven't learned how to read yet, so nope. You're not getting access to YouTube until you learn how to read.
That was actually a face prank. It was actually a screen photo.
Okay. Alright, so this goes in there just fine. That goes in there just fine. This here, however, is supposed to go in here.
Mama, seriously, my tub was locked up. Could you fix it? Here you go, Gatorade.
Yeah, no, that one's not going in. Let me see. Let me see which ones I ordered. And is this meant for the Oculus Quest 3? I don't believe it is, because it ain't fitting. And the one I had, I think it's been replaced previously. They probably had ordered the wrong one as well. Yeah, the one I got says MetaQuest 3 controller, analog stick, thumbsticks for Oculus Quest 2, Quest Pro, left, right controller. If I order another one, they look exactly the same. Let me try something. Maybe it's each one of these designed maybe for. I'm gonna check. Maybe one's meant for right and left. They're not universal. No, they're exactly the same. They are exactly the same. Exactly the same. And if I did this, this would just be floating in the air. That's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, no. It has to be a mistake. Hmm. I was looking for some Oculus Quest 2 controllers, but I ain't got none. Bless you.
Thank you.
So you don't have any here. I don't know. I think we got maybe the wrong analog sticks, but replacement kit meta controller 3 controllers 12 in 1 repair kit for Oculus Quest 3 controls include 4 joysticks, 4 thumbsticks. Let's see, first generation. Oh, they've got some generation sticks. Well, the thing is that I don't know how they made the one that was there fit in here, because it doesn't even go in. It's got the exact same layout. Both do. So how exactly with this one fit in here? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I have oriented the wrong way. I'm a dumbass. I am a fucking dumbass. Sorry for the language, y'all. I'm trying to do it like the Oculus Quest 2, where you put it in this way, and then you fish the thing, but that's not how it goes. It goes this other way here. When you're spending time on this thing, literally, I just have to spin it around, and it fits like a glove. I'm trying to force it. Oh man, I feel so embarrassed. Guess my brain does not want to work this morning. And I'm using a Phillips screw on a different type tip screw. Sometimes we get some brain farts, y'all, okay? Sometimes we get brain farts, even with things, because you're so used to doing these repairs on the newer controllers, I guess you could say, where when you get this one fan bends over this way instead of it being fed through it to connect to it. So, but we got it though. We got it. Let me put the buttons back on. Let me see here. Can I put the analog stick in here without having to remove it again? I think we can. There it goes. There you go. That is perfect. Is it funny, Azel? Alright, next step here is we have to get this spring here. This spring, we need to lift it because it needs to go on it right there. And these need to go in. There we go. 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 So lesson learned, y'all. It's a lesson learned. So lesson learned with this controller. And now we're just going to put the screws all back. Now we're going to put the screws all back. Alright, now we connect the ribbon cable. Okay. I was having a brain fart there for a minute. Alright, cool. We got that all together. Analog stick is working. Now we got to put this in here. And we got to connect that ribbon cable. Before we close it, we got to put that ribbon cable right where it needs to be. I'm going to use the microscope one more time. This ribbon cable here. So we could get this in here. It's not cooperating with me, y'all. Give me a second here. This needs to cooperate. There we go. There we go. There we go. Again, this ribbon cable way down there. Oh, I guess we got to put that ribbon cable first, and then we'll put that. So we put this ribbon cable right over here. Make sure that it's seated all the way. Oh. How can we do this without disturbing this way too much? Let's see here. Can I align it up here? I think we can. There we go. There we go. Oh, I went in and then it came back out. Alright, I need to hold that. A second here, y'all. There we go. Got it. Yep, got it. Alright, and now we just have to put this right in there. Perfect. Perfecto. There you go. Cool. Cool. Let's go ahead and put these screws on. Mm-hmm. 4. So Jarvis is I think it's working temporarily. The bad part is only I'm going to return that printer and get a better one. That printer is not meant for pictures, which is why it comes out the way it does. But let me show you how to do it real quick, okay? That way you can do them at least until we get, well, I'm thinking about returning that printer today. When we get off of work, I'm going to go straight over there and return it. No, you can still do it. You can print them with regular paper, not this other paper. So regular paper for now, correct, is regular paper. That's what we're going to use for now until I get the right printer. So the regular paper is already there. This thing will come out on its own. So what you want to do is you go into this one. No, this is the where we get the artwork. Type in the game. What game is it?
Guitar Hero World Tour for the 360. World Tour.
You said it's for the 360?
Correct.
Click on that. Make sure you get the right version. That's the PAL version. This is the US version. Download that. So you download this copy. Well, I'm supposed to download it, not show me a preview. Why is it doing this? I need a download. This cover has been downloaded 5 times. I don't see anything in my downloads. Downloaded 5 times, maybe it was someone else. Okay, so we'll just save the image. See if it actually, yeah. It did. So now that's done. Now you go to, there should be already, and I'll create a desktop version of it. My downloads is going to be 1.1. This one here, I'll move it over here. Open that, and then where it says launch Rosales Builder, open that, run it. Where is it? Where did it go? There it is. And then use this. This here, you click on that original, you get the original, it's that one, click open, and then you get our back cover, which is the one I created, which is this one. Click open. What that does, it removes that one. What did I do? I put it in the wrong section. Give me a second here. I'm doing something wrong. There's no back button. I'm still in the trying to fix that, but it's a bug. I don't know why it did that. Again, original. Back. There we go. And then from here, you're supposed to, I'm supposed to be able to, and I hate the fact that I'm not able to just scroll down here. I'm gonna make sure we add a scroll bar, but you save that image. And now, once it's saved, it tells you it's been saved. You go into your downloaded folder section, and it should be right there. Open that up, file print, and you should be able to print it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You don't file print. You open this other app, this one, and you select image, which is the one we just created. Make sure it's set to 360 because it gives you what the layout for a 360 is. And then from here you click print. It'll send the print job to that, and it'll come out. That's that. I know it's too much probably, but if you have any questions, please let me know. Alrighty. We changed the analog stick on this. I don't have a way of testing it, unfortunately, unless I plug it into I sync it to a Oculus Quest 3, which actually Quest 3 3S, which we don't have one. So for now, that's it. And we're gonna go ahead and just put this back. The adhesive is still there. All you have to do is press it back down. It will adhere to it. And you'll hear some clicking sound as well. Yes, baby boy. No, baby boy. We're gonna leave later on, okay? Okay. Alright. Put this back on. Make sure it still comes off. And it does. And then this one's done. And then this one's still a good one. That one's a bad one. So we're going to make sure we have that in inventory. And then we throw this one away. This is the one that was drifting. And this one's done. Where's my label for this one, though? What did I do with the label? Is it this one? Sony controller, PlayStation 3, TMR Holofix. No, that's not it. What did I do with the... Should have been a label. Did I throw away the damn label? I had a label and I forgot about this, y'all.
Be careful.
These are capacitors?
Can you reprint the label?
Yes.
Yeah, that goes to this one. I need we don't have any small ones, the tiny ones I ordered for that laptop. No llegado.
That was after, before those are still pending.
Okay. Well, we have a top screen replacement 3DS, but I don't want to do that one today. Those require a bit more time. This one's it's an HP laptop that just needs the drivers to be updated. Let's go ahead and just get those drivers updated for this one. This one should not take me long. You guys probably won't see anything because what is this? What did this come off of? You guys are probably not going to see this portion because the screen's going to be facing me the entire time. Do I need battery? Nope, it's got more than enough battery. Hopefully I'll have the password for it. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to close that PlayStation 4 controller. I need to close it now. PlayStation 4. Where is it? Where's the PlayStation 4 controller? Oculus Quest 3. Yep, that one's already been fixed. Hmm?
Sandra Miller.
I don't know. I lost it.
Telling you.
Yeah, I'm already closing it. That's fine.
You already updated it?
Yes, I'm closing it now. The PlayStation 3, who was that one? I mean, the PlayStation 4 controller. The scuff controller. Did I already close that ticket?
Ryland, ticket number 8335.
Let me look up that ticket.
I don't think you're placing them in progress.
I'm not. I did, but I just didn't close it.
Is mommy not going here?
Go with Ruby, baby boy.
Oh,
I love you. This one is for Steven. Mr. Steven. There you are. You are next. In progress. Okay. This is just the driver update for Wi-Fi, according to what we're being told. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Cool. Let me connect to my Wi-Fi. Well, that's actually what the problem is. They cannot get Wi-Fi because they need the drivers for it. So I'm gonna have to use a USB to network, which I have one somewhere around here. So I've got the Apple one. This is for Apple only. Here's the one for Windows. We need to update all drivers on this. So we're just going to plug that in, get our network cable, and then just complete updates. I'm sure they haven't been able to complete any sort of update. Something's pressing on that screen too, because they have no internet. It doesn't have an Ethernet port on it, and since they're not able to connect to Wi-Fi, they can't complete any sort of update, which sucks. The limitations a PC without a network port has. They cannot complete any sort of update at all, unless they have some sort of network, which you have to buy some sort of external component, in this case USB to Ethernet port, to be able to update your damn laptop, since it does not allow you to connect to Wi-Fi. Just checking for updates right now. I'm end up having to put this laptop on the side while it does update, because I'm not going to sit here waiting for this thing to update the entire time while we have several repairs in queue. Come on, I just need to press start. You're over here crossing your fingers. You got it.
If I remember this stuff.
Go back. No, on that screen you're on, just click back button. Hello.
¿Te quieren hacer una oferta?
Ok. ¿Qué oferta?
¿El side
¿El qué?
Side up.
tienes arriba?
¿El side dock lo quieres comprar?
Sí. ¿No lo vendes?
Tss, parte de mi colección. Pero ¿cuál es la oferta? Como el dice el show, money talks. No, pues no tengo precio porque no lo estaba vendiendo.
Por eso, pero si le pones un precio, ¿cómo?
Tiene la etiqueta, pero no le puse precio. Zero.
Ah, sí, sí.
Le puso 0.
No, pues sí lo compro.
Así. Así, cualquiera.
Sí.
Estamos ahí en el
Ellos aquí que les gusta escucharme y no sé por qué. Les digo que pues no me está escaneando aquí el barcode.
You have to type it in.
That's what it looks like.
Es que la máquina no quiere que lo venda.
Yeah.
No quiere. Bueno, se venden de 20 a 24 dólares. De 20 a 24 es lo que se está vendiendo.
Sacándolo un pan de Pokémon.
Ah, pues véndeselo. $20. Si lo quieres, 20.
Sí.
Lo dejo ir, ya.
You want to do miscellaneous?
Ya.
Gracias.
De nada. Alrighty, y'all. Alright, we found several updates that need to be installed. Actually, a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here while all this tries to install. So I'm going to leave this updating because this is going to take... This is a slow laptop, y'all. So this is going to be a waiting, like literally having to wait for it to update. And then reboot and then check again and then reboot and check again. That's going to take a while. So while that does that, I already put it in progress. We're going to grab the next repair. Oh, there it goes. We got DJ. DJ, how's it going, bud? I'm sorry I hadn't seen your message just now. I have a PlayStation 5. Here it came in yesterday. No power. Changed the power supply and it booted just fine. Man, that's awesome. Customer comes today, picked up and pressed the power button and beeps and nothing. Man, I just had a beep and nothing earlier today that was driving me nuts. And we could not get it fixed. We tried everything. I did get your message. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Did I do it right?
You printed off. Yeah, you did. Why?
You didn't answer over here telling otherwise.
Yeah. You printed off for that. So, yeah, you did. Alrighty. So, the next repair. I'm sorry, but I just saw your message. It's one of those days. I didn't have my chat up either. TikTok doesn't come with my multi-stream chat. It comes on TikTok only. So, I didn't have it up on my screen. So, not that I'm ignoring you. I was not ignoring you at all. Alright. Custom PC. No power. Ooh. I think these next twos I'm gonna have to pass on. Xbox board level repair. Original Xbox. And then Alexis, they put it under warranty. That's not gonna be under warranty. Why do they keep putting things under warranty that's not what it was for? You said the fan isn't working, right?
Well, that's what the customer said.
Alright, so we did a repair the other day. It's a PlayStation 5. It was an Ethernet issue. And what we ended up replacing was the confirm. See, we restored traces. It looks like we restored some traces under the Wi-Fi chip. It's one that was heavily bug infested. I'm gonna have to put my gloves on for this one. This is not under warranty. I know that for a fact. So let me put some gloves on. Yeah. The only way it would be under warranty is if we forgot to plug in the fan connector. But I think my employee said he checked it out and the fan connector was connected. So that is not under warranty. All right. Wow, this thing is hot. He had it under the sun? Oh.
He wants it the correct way. If that doesn't fix it, then I'll discuss charging for replacement.
It'll fix it. This thing is He attempted to clean it himself. Well, he didn't do that great of a job. See?
Oh.
So, see right there.
Oh. Yay, you're on the TV.
Oh, I'm not showing the screen actually.
Oh.
I'm not showing the screen, but yeah, this thing. He tried, but no, he did horrible. I am sorry to say so.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
What is it? Like dust? Like lint?
Yeah, it's like lint, dirt, and stuff that gets in here. Whenever you put it in your pocket and stuff like that, it gets all over. Gets all over there. All right, so let me go ahead and blow it out. Let me give it one more rundown. It looks 1,000 times better.
100%.
Yeah. And then usually what we tend to do from here as well, or at least I tend to do it, is we grab the brush portion and just the speaker section. You get build up the dirt and debris in there as well. Just go over it with some IPA. And then you use the brush in there as well, and then blow it out one last time, and you're all set. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm just gonna test real quick.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty. Next repair is the PlayStation 5, which is, according to them, they placed it under warranty. Again, I don't believe that it is going to be under warranty. Where's that one? Is that the one that's in a bag?
Huh? It's in the bag, yeah.
Does it have bugs in it?
We put it in the bag yesterday.
Okay, I don't see any bugs. I don't see any bugs on it, so that's good. Hopefully there's none that's alive in there. Must have been, what, about an hour maybe?
Huh?
It's been about an hour, right?
Or so, yeah. Probably since like 12, so about 2 hours.
So this is what roaches do to your system, y'all. If you have roaches, that's what it does to it. It creates corrosion and all that because of all the. I'm gonna call S, okay? Because of all the S that happens in here. Because of all the S that happens in here. That is basically what's happening. So before I completely take this thing apart, I'm going to check to see if it's the fan. I got a feeling the fan itself is just bad. Because look at all the corrosion. And if it's not powering on or not spinning, actually, as a matter of fact, let me see. I'll be able to test it. So let me see. It is powering on, but it may not be spinning. Fan is spinning.
Huh?
Well, it spun once.
And then stop. think that's the problem with it.
It's trying to spin, but it's not spinning. It just keeps. It's gonna be the fan.
Fan broken.
Yeah, it's gonna be the fan. The fan's trying to spin, and it's not cooperating. Something's up with this fan. There it is. Fan is spinning normally now.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, okay? So customer on the phone. He has an Xbox Series X. It his whenever his son's playing it, it gives out like a burnt smell, burnt plastic, but it still works. But he shuts it off because
Yeah, it's probably his bad power supply.
bad power supply.
Well, it sounds like it, and I would, if it starts smelling burnt, I wouldn't recommend him turning it on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's best if they bring it in.
Okay. He said more than likely it's gonna be a bad power supply. He does not recommend for y'all to turn it
It's trying to spin.
It's spinning normally. Issue is definitely the fan, so I'm gonna call the customer real quick.
So it's gonna be a fan replacement.
That's what it is, fan replacement. No fan spin. That's if it's a motherboard. That's not what it is. Fan replacement. Ooh. We usually charge $100.
I charge 100.
We charge labor plus part.
Mm.
Our minimum labor, I already know it's 90.
Yeah.
Part $10. It's 100. However, he's already been with us once, so I'm gonna leave it to him for 50. Half price. I'm gonna call him real quick and see if he wants to proceed. If not, he can order his own fan because we don't sell parts. We sell a service. Where is the phone? Probably.
Welcome back.
First time actually.
Oh, sorry.
I saw you
I need the phone.
on TikTok.
Oh,
Hello.
I think you were working on a PS5 or something.
Earlier
I was
today.
working on one since yesterday, actually, and working on something else now. But yes.
Okay.
Yes,
We're
sir.
on our way to Burgers Lake and
Oh.
just pop through here.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, welcome.
Do you guys have any? Yes, you do. Used equipment was what I was looking for.
What are you looking for again? I'm sorry.
I'm a millennial, so
PS4 probably.
Okay.
I have 3 kids like between the ages of 3 and 9. And
Okay.
I've never used like a console.
Okay.
Except for my N64.
Okay.
And while they want a PS5, I don't know if that's necessary at this point.
Yeah. Well, well, it depends on whether you potentially are looking to play on like the newer games that are coming out, like GTA 6. If so, you are going to require something that's that can handle that game, of course, which would be a PlayStation 5. But otherwise, if you're going to play more of like the older games or games that don't use a lot of processing and or GPU graphics wise, PlayStation 4 is fine.
It's solid for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more like the family games, like
Yep.
games that you can play.
Well, family games in general, well, you can play some family games with PlayStation, but the better family games that I personally love, like the Mario games, are
Yeah.
usually on the Nintendo side of things, where
So what would we have to do to get
those type of games? Yeah. Is
So
it
those
Switch,
games,
basically?
it would be a Switch, or unless you want to go with Nintendo Wii, but Switch is what I would recommend. Something that's a little bit more modern. We have.
We have a Switch.
Oh, you have a Switch?
Yeah.
So if you have a Switch, then if you have the docking station, all you have to do is plug in the HDMI to the docking station as well as the power cable to the docking station. Dock your Switch. You can buy external controllers. That way you don't use the Joy-Cons. You can have multiple because you can have up to 4 players, I believe, where you're able to play. And
All of those games that were.
these are the fun games, and you can play even the older games. They're now remastering them into a Switch game, so you don't necessarily have to get a GameCube unless you love the nostalgia of it and
Yeah,
want to go
yeah.
retro. Then you can, but
I do like that.
but otherwise, a lot of the older games, they are being remastered and remade and put into a more modern, higher resolution, of course, portion. So, but yeah, PlayStation, you can also play. There are certain games on the PlayStation that are not on Switch, like Spider-Man and stuff like that. That's only on PlayStation.
Okay.
So if you're looking to play those type of games, then yeah, I'd recommend PlayStation. But
At the price point, since we already have a Switch, and we have that station.
okay,
Our issue with our Switch is that 9-year-old had it since she was 6 or 7.
Okay.
And, the battery, I don't think lasts very long.
so that would be a battery replacement on that one.
And the connection on the sides is intermittent at times. Is that repairable?
Mhm.
The side connection? Okay, because we've
Yeah.
got different controllers.
It's what's called it's called the Joy-Con lock. It's a little locking mechanism. I don't know why Nintendo didn't go with doing metal to metal little Joy-Con locks on the Joy-Cons and on the Switch. So whenever you put in the Switch, the Joy-Cons and lock them into place, they won't go anywhere. They make plastic, and over time, plastic the more you remove it, put it on, remove it, it gets very brittle and it starts forming a different shape, and eventually it doesn't lock in place anymore.
And
So,
it doesn't charge it.
well, the charging, it's more of a battery.
Okay.
So the battery, if you keep it connected or plugged in or charging for long periods of time, that battery then starts to degrade to a point where it no longer keeps a hold of the charge. So
Yeah, it's lithium battery, I assume.
yeah, it's definitely lithium battery. Yes.
Yeah,
So over time, the battery, if you keep it just plugged in at all times, eventually it's just going to degrade and it won't keep a charge on it. And we do offer battery replacements as well as the little Joy-Con replacements for it as well.
So for basically what you just said, I could probably get the PS4 and refurbish the Switch for the same price as getting a PS5. Like all in one.
Roughly, you'll probably end up spending less.
Less, yeah.
Correct, because the battery. So if you're doing already a service and you're already paying for labor, we're not going to charge you labor twice. So if, let's say you get the Joy-Con and as well as the battery, you're probably looking around. Correct me if I'm wrong, babe. Battery replacement on is it like 120, 130 around there? I don't have all the prices memorized. They're all in the system.
Regular Switch or is it the OLED?
It's
Switch.
the regular Switch.
Battery replacement is
60? There you go. So $60 for battery replacement, and it's roughly around another 15 or so per Joy-Con rail to replace just the little locking mechanisms for you.
Okay.
So you're looking at spending less than 100 probably to getting all that repaired on your Switch.
And if I just brought it all in, then you could test and verify
Yeah.
the docking station. We've never used it.
Yes, we can
So-
certainly test it for you.
Okay, awesome. I would bring I see Dragon Ball Z toys up here. I would bring my kids in, but I think I'll come back after.
Okay.
This, but
No
I
worries.
just wanted to stop in and say hi and
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you as well.
Enjoy Burger's League.
Seriously.
Definitely will.
Do me a favor.
You have a card.
Yes.
I'm a business card.
Yes, sir, we do. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do me a favor, create a note This is not for sale for that quarter, please. Alrighty, y'all. I need the phone. Where is the phone? Here it is.
You're about to forget the phone.
Yep.
Hello?
Hey, Alexis. It's Leo with Rosales Super Tech. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good, how are you?
Doing all right. I'm calling to give you a quick update on your PlayStation 5 that was brought in this morning. I did complete the diagnostics on as far as why it's overheating. It's definitely your fan. It does try to spin. It does like one cycle, then it stops, and then it does one cycle again, then it stops. So it's not a continuous spin like it's supposed to do it. So your issue with your PlayStation 5 is definitely your fan, which is something that, of course, would not fall under warranty, since that's not something that we actually worked on. As far as your Wi-Fi issue previously, now normally a fan replacement, we would charge labor plus parts, which would amount to about $100. However, you've already paid for labor once before, so I'm not going to charge you labor, although we should because it's not a part of it. But we don't like to double charge on the labor cost, or it just doesn't feel right for us. So rather than charging $100, we would charge you $50 for the repair of replacing your fan for you. Okay, which usually a fan can cost between $25 to $30, but we're going to charge $50 to get that taken care of for you. Of course. Do you want to proceed with that repair with it being $50, or did you want to take the chance of ordering a fan yourself from online, where maybe you can find one that's cheaper and you install it yourself? So you still have that option if you choose to. We do know that the reason why it's overheating it is your fan, though.
I'll go ahead and proceed with the 50.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get it done right now. It'll take me maybe 2-3 minutes, and you should be able to pick it up anytime you choose to. Okay.
So I'll be ready by today?
Yeah, it'll be right in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a good one. You're welcome. Bye. All right. We're going to go ahead and leave this fan there. Hey, bud, get my message. Is that something you could figure out if I send it out? Yeah, most definitely. We could definitely try, so earlier this morning, I'm sure I probably could have figured out the one from this morning. But what kind of made it for me a little bit, how do I put this? I had a lot of pressures that the customer was waiting. Whenever I'm being rushed like that, I can't. I can't concentrate properly. And not only that, Isaiah, baby boy, go Ruby. Go with Ruby, baby boy.
Isaiah, watch your Lucas.
Sorry, I forgot what I was saying, but what is this here? Yeah, I felt pressure earlier today. When someone's there just waiting on their device, and you need time. So yes, as far as yours, DJ, just send it in, man. We will do everything unless it's an APU or some sort of a component that we cannot replace. Then we can certainly figure out the problem. Just send it in. All right, let me put it on here with the fan repair. It is not related to the Wi-Fi. Okay. And we're going to give them a discount. All right. Okay. Alrighty. That is done. Is this thing still updating? Please tell me it didn't go to sleep. Okay, still installing. Alright, got another laptop. I need Apple OS to be installed. This doesn't have power, so we need to get a charging. I have one over here. This thing is not powering on. Oh, there it is. It's just taking some time to power on.
Incoming call.
All right, so right now we're doing a MacBook Pro 13. It had the file that blinks and with the question mark. It's missing the operating system, basically. It could be a few things that's causing this. Either the SSD is bad, or someone tried to do a factory reset and completely deleted the operating system and just didn't know how to install the operating system, and now it was stuck in that mode. So what we're doing now is through the internet doing a what you call a recovery, and installing using through the internet, of course, operating system. The way I did that is I pressed and held the options button until it gave me the option to log into my internet, logged into that, and then it started doing a recovery on its own. And then once this completes, it should show us some files that we can go in there and do an installation, I guess you could say, or a reinstall of the Mac OS. And if we're able to do that, and if the SSD is detected, then we're golden. If the SSD is not detected, that means it has a faulty SSD. So we're going to see what it is, but yeah. I'm working on 2 different laptops now. This laptop though keeps going into sleep mode. I don't like that. Everything's downloaded. Let's go ahead and download and install. So it's downloading 3 more files, and it's going to install those, and then we'll do a reboot on that one. And this one's doing the same thing. So we're doing 2 tickets at the same time. 2 tickets at the same time. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. Is my son here? No, he's not. He's in the back. He's probably going to fall asleep here in a little bit. I don't want to interrupt, just to make sure he's okay. He's playing with his toys. All right, those are all completed. Let's see here. I'm going to do another check. Thought it was going to take a lot longer on the Windows laptop, but no, it's actually, well, I do have decent internet, so. It says 2 seconds, but it's taking longer than 2 seconds, or is that 2 minutes? I don't know. Yep, a whole bunch of other ones came through. All right, now I'm gonna leave those installing. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? Beautiful Saturday, to be honest. How are y'all doing? Who's all watching? I see we got 4 viewers currently on YouTube. I'm not sure who those viewers are. Whoever you are, thank you very much. TikTok, it shows we have 1 viewer. We got Julio Cortez. Appreciate you joining the live, Julio. Thank you very much, man. Giving you a shout out, bud. Oh, he left. Never mind. I said his name and he left. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end my live here, and I'm gonna restart it back up so we can get some more viewers over on the TikTok side. We need some notifications to be sent out, and if you're watching, join the live here in a little bit once I come back on, and just start tapping that, that screen of yours. You know you love tapping it. Just tap it. Alrighty. I'll be right back, y'all.